Sometimes I feel like I'm the one taking crazy pills. Is there something that I'm missing? But then I realize, no, it's not me. It's everyone else that has gone insane. So this is Ben Curtis, Vehicle Art Director, Mark Gibson, Senior Vehicle Systems Designer, glorious beard and shaven head. I like it a lot. Disco Lando calls them up and goes, hey guys, everyone really wants an update on the Banu Merchantman. This is one of the most highly anticipated ships in the game. People bought them years ago, and the ship has gone through a lot of changes over the years. Everyone is dying to see what it looks like right now. Can you guys come on and give us an update on it? And these guys are like, yeah, absolutely. We've been working so hard. We've been working our behinds off for years on this now. And we're really, really excited to show you all what we've done with it. So they go and do an entire 20-minute video giving you an in-depth look into the interior and all these cool different rooms. And this is going to be a conference room, and this is kind of a shrine. And these are these new med beds with the gel in them. Very cool stuff. We'll get that in a second. And I'm sure what happened was they finished the show here. They finished the interview and thought, great, we did a great job. We can't wait to go see what their reactions are tomorrow. And so they log on the internet, and what they find, Cart Titan, awesome by the way, yeah, and post after post after post on Spectrum saying how change this, change that. The old concept was better. I don't like the way this looks. This doesn't look good to me. On and on, like, oh, the poor guys. Can you imagine that this is the reaction? But all the while, this model we have here, which is the model they showed us, this exact model right in front of you right now, is the exact same model we have had since 2018. So we know what the Banu Merchantman looks like for the past 4 years. I can understand that some people new to the game might not have seen this, but for the amount of people complaining, have you guys not seen this? Have you not seen this model, which has been in here for 4 years already? So when they showed me the new model, we'll get that in a second, that's just a perspective change on it. It's been this way for years. So if you're upset now, you just haven't been paying attention, because this model has been the model they've been showing us for the longest time. I just put up against some other cargo ships just to get some reference in size and also cargo capacity. By the way, check this out. Very cool feature in Starship 42 Fleet View. That is how much cargo these ships carry. I mean, the Hull E, obviously enormous. And the Banu Merchantman, while very generous with its cargo, 2,880 SCUs, still outdone greatly by the Hull series of ships. But it is one of the few large cargo ships that can actually land on a planet, so it is very useful in that regard. But it's more than just cargo, as this video has shown you. And I thought we'll take a look at a couple of the small things that they went over here. But first of all, I mean, I got to address this. And while, yes, it is funny, this issue right here with the original concept, this concept was drawn way, way before CIG had the smallest idea of where this was going. This concept was drawn, I don't even know who the original artist was, but the idea was to create this kind of very sturdy, very tough ship that can get through enemy territory, a blockade runner, which is exactly what it was. And the original design was actually that. Can I, yeah, oh, that works, right. So now this is just my personal opinion, and feel free to disagree, but not the exterior, I don't mind the exterior. The interior that we see over here, the original concept interior, is what sold me. I actually like the size it was here. It's supposed to be a tough, sturdy blockade runner, not this gigantic generational ship. And personal preference, size-wise, I like this. Take a look at, compared to now, we'll scroll down in a second, but cockpit leads directly into the observation room, and there's a conference room, and cargo is maybe 1/8 of what it is right now. This size ship here is what sold me on the original concept. Now, what we have down here is not the final concept either. This is just part of the evolution of it. And that's grown a bit in this picture here and changed a lot. So you can see the cargo room, which is probably about 1/4 of the size of what we have right now. docking collars, storage, the hangar above the cargo room, the bridge leading into the sanctuary. So this is a lot closer to what they're showing us at the moment, but still it got bigger than this even. And it's very rare that I will say a ship is too big in Star Citizen, but if ever a ship got close to being too big, this is it. I'm not one to complain too much, but this is pushing the boundary of what I would consider excessive. And a lot of you absolutely love it. Everyone I speak to that owns this, they're thrilled. They're just happy about it. But there's so much internal space. The cargo area is just enormous. You can't even see end to end. It's so big. The turret on top is awesome. This is looking good in gray box even over here. And we'll do some interior shots, look at the interior in a second over there. But I gotta say, it's almost overwhelming. And right now, this is selling for $600. I guarantee you, this is going for $750, $800, and dare I say, push it to $900 on release, because it's just up there size-wise compared to, I guess, an Idris, which is also priced up there. So taking a look at some of the interior shots, the cockpit, obviously you don't pilot from the middle over there. There's a big strut in the way, but pilot, co-pilot seats left and right. And as he shows you, you walk in the seat and it lifts you up so you get a good view. And I also believe he said that the guns are pilot controlled. Awesome, because that means now I will solo the ship all the time.
A primary medical care bed, which will do your day-to-day actual healing. And then you have recovery beds similar to the ones we have on the...
So that's interesting, and obviously borrowing from Star Wars, we have the Bacta tanks you're sitting, but these aren't Bacta tanks, they're kind of, none of it's gel or fluid, and you'll sit in that to heal yourself. I love that they've taken a different way. Usually the normal medical bed, you sit there and a hand wavium scan happens and suddenly you're healed. But in this particular case, if there's a leg injury or whatever it is, you dip yourself in there, you sit for a bit, and the gel itself goes and heals you. A nice twist, a little spin to add some variety to the way you can heal with these particular different alien species. So I like that a lot. And they went on for another 10 minutes showing all the different aspects and social area. This is where your food will be. There'll be a map and everything. And there's no captain quarters, by the way, because the Banu live as a family unit. So you will not see an actual captain quarters, but they did show a more social area. Did I get there? No, I missed it. But that's looking down into the cargo bay, which is absolute. Look at that. That is enormous. I can't imagine loading that manually, but definitely an interesting ship. And the purpose of it, obviously, you won't be within the UEE. I think you'll be on the fringes of space where you need to land on a planet and people will come get things from you, as opposed to being in the more centralized areas where all these things will be available. So the ship's still holding true to its function as, I guess, as a blockade runner, because you'll be running past pirates, you'll be running past dangerous areas where it'll be more profitable to go sell your wares after that. And went on and on with a lot of fascinating little tidbits. So here's the interesting kind of the Star Wars, the Jedi Council, which we saw the meme for it. Yeah, there we go, Jedi Council. And again, fascinating use of space, and I'm sure it's all going to look spectacular once it is done. And so with that, ladies and gents, I will leave you. Again, anyone who is really upset about the way it looks, you haven't been paying attention. Because it's looked this way for years already, and it's just the aspect that he looked at. I can repeat. Can we get there? It's somewhere like that. Yeah, something like that. I mean, it looks great from all other angles. Maybe that'll bug you, but overall, the ship will look spectacular. And I don't want to say buy it now while it's cheap. I don't want to say that, but I guarantee this will be getting more expensive as we're closer to release, just based upon what they're doing with it and how it looks. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a wonderful week. And if you enjoy my content, as always, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. This episode is brought to you by my Patreon backers. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your ongoing support. It is appreciated. If you would like to join into my most prestigious Patreon group, link is right there.